The Walther Q5 match steel frame is an amazing pistol right out of the box, but there's still some things you can do to upgrade it to make it even better. I'm going to go over the top 5 things you can do to upgrade your Walther Q5 match steel frame. What's up, everyone? So today I'm going to be doing a top 5 on the Walther Q5 match steel frame, and like most of my other top 5 upgrade videos, I'm actually going to be doing it in order of importance, 1 being the most important, starting there and going to 5. That way you can budget what is most important for you if you haven't already done anything to your pistols. Just remember that these upgrades are actually competition oriented and not duty oriented, so keep that in mind. And before we begin, please take the time to hit that little red button right there to like and subscribe, as I have plenty of other videos for Walther do-it-yourself content. So the first thing I recommend that you can do to upgrade your Walther Q5 match steel frame is to put in the Springco Competition Trigger Kit. The Springco Competition Trigger Kit runs around $15 and it's 2 springs. It's the trigger return spring as well as the safety plunger spring, and they're both lighter gauge springs that makes it easier to pull the trigger and less resistance, giving it a nice, smooth, clean trigger pull. So the second thing you can do to improve your Walther Q5 match steel frame is to put on the extended magazine release. The factory magazine release sits a little bit flush to the grips, so when I took it out to my first competition, it was a little bit hard to engage the magazine release without breaking my grip. So I found out that they made 2 different versions of the extended magazine release, and I actually put 1 of each on both of my pistols. Cobra! Both extended magazine releases stick out from the grips about the same distance, so it's really up to you whether or not you want to get the round or the teardrop. It's just really your preference. But both are a drastic improvement over the factory magazine release, making it much easier to do magazine reloads. Cobra! So the third thing I recommend for upgrading your Walther Q5 match steel frame is actually to replace the trigger. The trigger on the Walther Q5 match steel frame is actually very, very good. It's actually one of the best striker-fired pistols out of the box, but that doesn't mean that there isn't room for improvement. I have both the Overwatch Precision trigger kit as well as the Walther Dynamic Performance trigger kit in both of my Walther Q5 match steel frames, and I like both of them. They're both an improvement over the factory stock trigger. So the thing I don't like about the factory Walther trigger is that it's actually a curved trigger, and because it has a trigger shoe safety, if you don't get good finger placement on it out of a quick draw, you could possibly, which I've done in the past, not actually engage the trigger safety, and you will not be able to fire the pistol when you want to fire it. That was me. So both the Overwatch Precision as well as the Dynamic Performance trigger kit by Walther are flat trigger systems. That way it's easier to engage the trigger shoe safety, and both triggers have a shorter reset and shorter take-up, making them quicker and easier to shoot. So the fourth thing you can do to upgrade your Walther Q5 match steel frame is to put on the Taylor Freelance brass magwell. Not just the regular overdrive magwell, but the brass magwell specifically because of how much weight it adds to the bottom of the pistol. The overdrive magwells actually are a lot larger than the factory Walther magwells, so that's an improvement, making it really easy to do quick mag changes. But the brass magwell adds around 7 to 9 ounces of weight at the base of the pistol, and it actually gives it a better weight balance, in my opinion, with this than without the brass magwell. So in addition to it being easy to reload, it just adds the right amount of weight, sucking up recoil, and also just making it a lot more balanced in my hands. So the other reason why I like the Taylor Freelance brass magwell is actually it gives me a better indexing for my fingers because of the way it sticks out in front of the bottom of the grip. When I grab the pistol quickly, it actually makes my pinky go right where it needs to be, jamming up my fingers right up to the trigger guard, giving me a really, really good and tight profile. Cobra! Cobra! Okay, so the fifth and final thing you can do to upgrade your pistol is to change out the grips. I actually put on G10 grips by Luck Grips, and they did the cool Cobra engraving with the red stripe to match my cool Cobra outfit. Stage 3 Cobra! I also like the brass grips by Lock Grips, and these grips have the cool Cobra engraving. Cobra! They add around 9 ounces of weight to the frame of the pistol, and similar to how the Taylor Freelance brass magwell adds weight to the bottom of the pistol, it does give it a little bit better weight balance, but because this is a carry optics pistol, you cannot have a magwell, so I opted to put the brass grips on this and leave the brass grips off of my other pistol and just have the G10 grips on those. So the profile of the grips, both the brass and the G10 grips, has the same profile as the factory grips with the hump. They do make one with the slimmer profile that does not have the hump if you have smaller hands. And even though the grip profile is the same as the factory polymer grips, I really like the grip texturing of the brass grips and the G10 grips. I just like the feeling of brass and G10 over polymer grips. They're actually very, very sharp and very aggressive, which I like. And the G10 grips also have a very, very solid feel, which is very important when you're trying to get a really good grip on your pistol. Alright everyone, those are the top 5 things I think you can do to upgrade your Walther Q5 Match steel frame. If you haven't already, please take the time to hit that little red button right there to like and subscribe, as I have plenty of do-it-yourself content and will be coming out with more content for the Walther platforms. And as always, train hard so when the time comes, you can strike like a coiled cobra.